All right. So before I come in, I wonder if you have any specific concerns still going on in your classroom that I should be very conscious of when I come in?
Well, I know last time we kept an eye on participation, but I think the section I really need your help with is
Okay.
the soprano section, which is the section near where you were sitting the last time.
Okay.
They seem the most unfocused and the ones that are talking the most.
Okay.
And I think it's just because they're all little, they're friends,
Uh-huh.
and there's that friend dynamic, and they want to talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that, but then they get us all off track.
Gotcha.
I've got more sopranos than any other, so that's
Okay,
another
it's a
thing.
larger group anyway.
Yeah.
And is there anybody in that group that are one of the few that you mentioned have done a complete turnaround?
There's one girl, Michelle, and you'll see her.
Okay.
She's in the back row.
Okay.
Who else? It's mainly sopranos.
Okay, all right. So I'll kind of look
Yeah,
for
so
Michelle.
a few sopranos you'll notice, probably from last time. Victoria.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So coming in, what would you like for me to focus on? Continue to focus on participation? Is there a whole different direction you want me to go in through my observation, or?
Well, I think it still needs some work, participation, and then maybe the structure part of what we talked about the last time.
Okay.
Maybe help me fine tune that a little bit.
Sure.
Because it seems so different when I'm planning it, and when we're talking about it, I'm like, yes, I'm going to do that. And then I get in front of them.
I know.
It's like it's gone.
I know it. Because you're dealing with all this other stuff going on in the soprano section that's all off task, and all of a sudden your mind, which was very focused, now is on another task, and that is so completely normal. That's why a well-constructed lesson plan and really over-planned lesson plan is critical. Even if you have to script out your lesson plan in the beginning, you won't have to script out your lesson plan forever, but in the beginning, just a well-scripted lesson plan with your thoughts on what happens if this goes right and what happens if this goes wrong is important. So I'll take a look at that. So send me your lesson plan again.
Okay.
Prior to me coming in, so by the 10th, I'll take a look at it, and maybe that's one of the things we can hone
Okay.
after I see what happens in the class with participation and structure. When I come in, unless you see differently, I'll probably still use the anecdotal notes.
Okay.
Was that effective for you when I gave you a copy of those notes?
Yes,
Okay.
that was definitely helpful.
Okay, and so you like that same format. Okay, great. I will do that. And logistically, where would you like for me to see it?
Well, the sopranos are over in this section, so maybe even if you could even sit near the back row.
Yeah.
And even sitting near them maybe would help. Like when you
Join
come
the
in.
row?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be glad to. I'll be glad to. So, near sopranos. Okay. This time around, after the observation, I'm going to give you a reflection sheet.
Okay.
And this is just a self-assessment. What I want you to do, and I'll go over this with you, is after the observation, is just take a few minutes before the end of that day while it's
Okay.
still fresh on your mind and assess yourself. Number one, assessment of the pupil's achievement of stated learning outcomes. How do you feel your students achieved? At what level did they achieve your learning outcomes for the day?
Okay.
And so just put an X on this scale, but more importantly, why did you put the X where you put the X?
Okay.
So show some write a reason why you put it there.
Okay.
Classroom management. Was there great interference, or did you think your classroom management actually supported the learning for the day? And give some evidence of that. And how you met the needs of the unique learners. Did you accomplish meeting the needs of all your learners, or not accomplish? And show evidence of that.
Okay.
Your teaching behavior focus, which is the participation and structure still from the pre-conference. Do you feel like you've mastered it or not mastered it after this day? And then at the end, you can just mark it competency achieved. If you want a new behavior focus for the next time around, if you're already thinking about something, if that observation caused you to think about something else,
Okay.
if not, it's fine, or not achieved. Just is a structure for you to sit down and framework for you to think about what's going to be happening during the post-conferences and the kinds of questions that I'm going to ask you. So this kind of frames that up.
Okay.
And helps you to reflect on your desired outcome and how it worked for you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to leave this with
All right.
you. Now, do you have any questions at all from me?
I don't think so. I might ask you some questions after I've given you my lesson plan. Maybe Monday I'll ask you a few things before
That'll be great.
I see you on Tuesday.
Send me an email, even if it's a, hey, can you stop by? I'll stop by and see you. I can answer questions during your planning process, even if it's 10 o'clock at night. You're at that point where you realize there needs to be structure, but you may need some fresh ears or fresh eyes to look at some things. Feel free to send me an email and I'll respond as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Well, it's a pleasure as always, and I look forward to seeing you on March the 11th at 12 o'clock.
Well, it's 12:18 with
12:18
the extended
now.
schedule, yeah. Is
Thank
when they
you
come
for
in.
the reminder. Thank you.